Welcome back. You're listening to The Governor. Like, share, comment, subscribe as I bring you all the up-to-date information on this great reset we're currently living in. Today we'll be looking at how educators are taking our children out at the knee before they even know it. What I mean by that is setting the kids up for failure by poisoning their minds with negative self-talk in the form of, and I'm paraphrasing here, you can't do this because you look a certain way, and because you look a certain way, you also can't think a certain way. This plays into the Great Reset as it basically installs a virus into a kid's brain, putting limits on what he or she can do with their lives. If a kid believes that he or she can't do whatever they want, then they will begin to box themselves in. If we have a bunch of people that can't think for themselves and who put limits on themselves as far as what they can and can't do with their life, we weaken the chance for greatness within the society. Instead of assuming that people aren't capable of certain things, we need to set the bar higher. It's been proven many times over. If you set a goal and work hard at achieving it, you will succeed. It may take certain people longer than others to achieve success, but from what I've seen, and I'm sure from what you've seen, that is how success is bred and born. Now let's get into a clip with an educator who likes the idea that black people are incapable of thinking like anybody else. In this clip, she mentions black people can't convey information without telling a long drawn-out story of 10 other things that led up to the actual story. Come on now, I do that all the time, and I'm as white as they come. Seriously, I'm British, Irish, Dutch, German, Swiss. I'm a mutt. Not to mention how many drunk white chicks at a party you hear pulling the "and then this happened," and "oh my god, this happened," before they actually get to the meat of the story. And as you can also hear in the clip, she says that black people can't isolate and disseminate information the way other people can. So what about all the black doctors, professors, and businessmen? How are you going to tell me that these people got through solving all those problems that led them into those careers without the ability to think critically?
People, we are relational people. We are people of context. Like, it's very Western and European to dissect and analyze and take apart things, whereas Afrocentric schooling or Afrocentric spirituality or African epistemology or ways of knowing, everything is connected. So this is why education is not working for so many students of color, because we are context-driven people. We can't tell a story without telling the 10 things that happened that led up to that moment. There's no such thing as like thinking in isolation, isolating yourself from nature, from your family. Like, it's just not part of our ways of knowing and being in the world. So when we tap into the ways that we understand the world, students are able to make wonderful connections and unleash their brilliance and their wisdom.
To figure out where her point of view comes from, let's take a look at how she was educated to come to these narrow-minded conclusions. Here we have it, the classic women and gender studies major. What I find bizarre is that she also double majored in history. One would think that the history part of her education would override all the nonsense she was fed in the gender studies classes. But I guess she took the easy route and chose to be a victim rather than thinking critically for herself. She then goes on to get her doctorate in urban education, a degree I've never heard of, and for good reason. Just look at all the SJW garbage included in the program. We keep running into the same questions with these people. What does somebody's sexuality have to do with urban education? Everyone has come to terms with the idea that gay people exist, and if you want to be one, no one's going to bother you. However, if you're straight, especially if you're a white man, you will be bothered. We are now at the point that the rainbow people must not only be accepted with open arms no matter what, but must also be put on a pedestal and celebrated. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm supposed to cheer on people who do nothing in the way of continuing the human race? At least straight people are productive while having sex. I digress. The only systematic racism I see right now is coming from the left. You have this black woman telling her urban class that they can't do what other people do because of how they look. This is what critical race theory is. It's disgusting, it's dangerous, and it has to stop. Instead of putting people into boxes like this, compartmentalizing them into the categories of intersectionalism, we must foster open minds, differences of idea and opinion, so we can give our brains a workout, expand our consciousness, and foster ideas that lead to solutions, rather than dwell on the problems of the past and make excuses for why things are the way they are. That's all I have for you today. Like, share, comment, subscribe so I can grow this channel and keep making new videos for you every day.